Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and the other day Google had their event where they showed off the new Pixel devices, the 4 and the 4 XL, and they were nice enough to send the 4 XL along. So in this video, we're going to unbox the 4 XL. We'll also set it up, take a look at some of the specs, and take a look at some of the new features. And then if you want to jump to any specific point in this video so you don't have to watch the whole thing, maybe you're interested in specific things, I'll link the time codes in the description as I normally do. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So this is the box that Google actually sent over, and it's sort of integrated. The Pixel itself is integrated into the box, so it's kind of nice. They were talking about more sustainability, and I suppose this goes along with that. And this is just some cards welcoming me to the Pixel 4, and let's open this up and see what we've got. So it says, "Making Help Magical," and I think that's everything in here. Now this is the box they sent it in, and it says "Making Help Magical," made by Google. Let's go ahead and open it up. And here's the Pixel itself. I haven't opened it. You can see the seals are still intact. And then maybe this is a case. Got a little piece of paper there. It says Pixel 4 XL case. So let's set this aside. And here's the Pixel 4. Now I have no idea what color this is or anything like that, but let's talk about the price. And this comes in at $899 to $999 for the larger XL size. So it's going to be a fairly expensive premium phone. It comes in clearly white, just black, or oh so orange. So let's go ahead and open it up and see which color I have. The orange is a new color, but they all look pretty good to me. So we have just orange. So I figured they'd send the newest color. So that's pretty nice looking. I personally like the orange and the white. So we'll set that down. Let's take a look at what else is in the box. So we've got some paperwork here, SIM card removal tool, a user guide, and some warranty information. Then we have our USB-C to USB-C charge cable. And then we also have a little adapter. They include this every year, and this, I won't take this out, but it's USB-A to USB-C to help you transfer directly from one device to another. And then we should have an 18-watt fast charger. So it's the typical Pixel charger, and it should charge fairly quickly. I'm not sure how fast just yet, but let's set all of this aside. Now, as far as the phone is concerned, let's take the cover off it. The phone actually feels fairly substantial. In fact, it feels heavier than I thought, and I'll compare it with the Pixel 3 XL in just a moment. But the outside is made of aluminum, so it's glass front and back. This is a matte texture, which I really like. You've got the new dual camera module here. And the camera bump is really pretty minimal. There's not much to it, really. You've got a nice kind of creamsicle orange power button. You've got your volume up and down, and this is on the right side of the phone. On the bottom, you've got a speaker and microphone with your USB-C jack in the middle. On the other side, you've got a SIM card tray, and it's not expandable. And then on the top, it looks like we've got another microphone. Now, as far as the glass is concerned, it's Gorilla Glass 5 front and back. And then this has a single SIM card tray with an eSIM, so there's no dual SIM card. Now, as far as the internal specs, this has a Snapdragon 855 with an Adreno 640 GPU. It also has 6 gigabytes of RAM and comes in 64 or 128 gigabytes. I'm not sure which size this is yet. I'm not sure it says on the box, but I'll check it once I boot it up. And then it also has a couple extra chips in it. It has a Titan M security module, as well as the Pixel Neural Core. Now, as for the display, let's go ahead and turn it on. The display is a 6.3-inch OLED display. It's 3040 by 1440 with 537 pixels per inch. It's supposed to be HDR certified, and hopefully it will look really nice. Now, the forward-facing camera is kind of interesting. There's just one, but there's a bunch of different sensor arrays in the top here. That's why you've got the larger top and the smaller chin, I guess. So the top itself has a bunch of sensors in it. You've got a forward-facing camera that's 8 megapixels with an f2.0 aperture. You also have Face Unlock IR. You've got an ambient light sensor, a Soli radar, a dot projector, a Face IR camera, and a Face Unlock flood illuminator. Now, before I set this up, let's talk about the cameras on the back. And you've got two this year. You have a normal wide-angle lens and you have a telephoto lens. So you have a 12.2 megapixel f1.7 with the equivalent of about 28 millimeter wide lens. And then you also have a 16 megapixel f2.4 that's about a 45 millimeter telephoto lens. They record 4K 30 for as far as video is concerned. So they should be pretty interesting. Google has always been really great with the cameras, and we'll set this up in a moment, but let me just show you a size comparison with the Pixel 3 XL. So here's the Pixel 3 XL side by side. The Pixel 4 XL is slightly taller, but it looks like it might be a little bit narrower from the top, and it is a little bit narrower. So slightly taller, a little bit narrower, probably to accommodate that forward-facing array at the top of the phone, but you can see here's the screen side by side. So it is a little bit different. The Pixel 4 XL definitely feels a little narrower in the hand as well. So let's go ahead and set the Pixel 4 XL up. We'll hit start, connect to a mobile network. We'll skip the SIM part right now. I'll put my SIM card in it a little bit later. It's going to check for updates now that it's connected to my Wi-Fi network, and it's actually installing an update. So we have a day one update going in. I don't know if everyone will get this, but I can only assume that everyone will have this update as soon as they get their hands on one. Now it says copy apps and data. You can choose to transfer your apps, photos, contacts, Google account, and more. We'll hit next. Use your old phone. You need your old Android or iPhone. Turn it on and keep it unlocked. And find your old phone's cable. So I'm actually going to transfer everything from my Pixel 3 XL over to the 4 XL. So I've got my cable here. We'll plug it into the 3 XL and then plug the other side into the 4 XL. Now you can do this with iPhone or Android, but we'll hit next. Oh, I didn't even have to hit next, so it did it by itself. And you'll see confirm your screen lock on the old phone. And apparently my Pixel 3 XL has a very low battery, so I may need to charge that for a little bit. Now, while I'm waiting for the other phone to charge a little bit, let's talk about the battery on the Pixel 4 XL. Now, this has a 3700 milliamp hour battery. It supports 18-watt fast charging and also has wireless charging and the Pixel stand support. So if you have a Pixel stand, it should work pretty well. Let's take a look at the case that they sent along as well. We'll pull these open here and see what we've got. Most of these are cloth, and that's definitely a bright and vibrant case. So that's got an interesting pattern on it. It just says Google Pixel 4, and let's see what it looks like in here. I'll probably use it without a case, but it fits. It keeps the camera away from the table if that's where you're setting it, and that texture is pretty interesting. You can see that. I do like it, but you either like these cases or you don't. They're cloth, they feel kind of like a denim material, and they're very durable though. I've had one on my Pixel 3 XL for some time as well. You'll see it is used in the upper right, I suppose. It's got a little bit of fuzz going on there, but overall it's held up well and has not scratched the phone. So these cases do work pretty well. And I think the cases have some pretty funny names, but I don't see it on this package at all. But the case does have a built-in button here with the volume rocker, but no protection on the bottom of the phone. So just keep that in mind if you're using it. And you do get a little bit of lay on the table protection. So there is a little bit of that. Not a ton, but there is some. You've got some cutouts for the microphones as well. I charged the phone to 20% so I could transfer all my data. So we'll go ahead and hit next. Verify that it's me. Copy data to your new phone, hit copy. Now it says continue setup on the Pixel 4 XL. So it's saying, what do you want to copy? I'll copy everything and we'll wait for it to continue. So we'll hit next. So then we say okay or not to Google services. And then you've got some legal terms. I assume you have to accept this or you can't get in. Then screen lock setup. For security, set your PIN. And now we can set up the new face unlock. So it says glasses or tightly tinted sunglasses are okay. This works very similar to Face ID. So we'll hit next. It's telling us how to set it up. So we'll set it up here. And we have to move our head around. It says looks good. Then we'll hit done. Continue setup. Access your assistant with voice match. I agree. I use that all the time. And Google already recognizes my voice. says, good job. You can view or delete your activity. So it's telling us about the new privacy and security features. We can squeeze this phone as well, which is one of my favorite ways to access Google Assistant. I'll just leave it as is. We'll hit next. And now it's showing us the new quick gestures. So we'll turn them on. It says make your lock screen smarter. So as you approach it with your hand, it will turn the screen on. I'm all for that. It says anything else, we'll hit no thanks. And it's giving us some tips and tricks. So we'll hit next. It's almost ready. It says you can disconnect the cable. So it's moved everything over. We'll hit done. And it says adding finishing touches. Now it's finished. And since this runs Android 10, it's telling us how to use the gestures. So we'll hit next. It's telling us how to switch apps, how to go back, and new accessibility gestures. So 2-finger swipes up to access magnification or things like that. So we'll hit next. And it says you're ready to start using your phone. You can turn off gesture navigation and use buttons to go back if you want to do that in settings. And we swipe up. Now the Pixel 4 XL is fully restored. I had to actually install a new update and then re-register my face, but all of my apps are here. And this is just super smooth when I go through here. Now this has a new chipset in it that I mentioned before, the Pixel Neural Core. And this allows for better Google Assistant understanding right on the device without sending anything to Google. So let's turn it into airplane mode and try the demo they actually showed. So we'll turn on Do Not Disturb. We'll turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and we'll just put it in airplane mode. That'll be easier. And they have this new voice transcribe app or recorder app that can transcribe my voice in real time. So let's try this. It says record respectfully around others. So we'll hit record, and there's a transcript button down here, and it should actually transcribe my voice in real time as I'm speaking. So as we're talking about the Pixel 4 XL, I can speed up my voice and see if it will keep up, and I can slow down. And I don't know how well this works if you have a different accent, but the nice thing is after I'm done recording this, I should be able to search the text within the recording. So we'll hit pause, we'll hit save, and here's the actual recording. Now I can search my recording instead of scrubbing, so I can say Pixel. We'll see if it searches it, and it tells me with this little marker here exactly where that part is that I say Pixel. So we'll go into that, and let's see what it says. Pixel 4 XL, I can speed up my voice and see. And it did exactly like we expected in airplane mode. So I guess it does work the way they say it works. Should be interesting to see all of these new features. Now the camera has been enhanced. We do have a telephoto lens, not a wide angle lens, but the rear camera has portrait mode, of course. You can zoom now. And also, if you take HDR photos, you can adjust different lighting and things like that. So if you have HDR capability, you can adjust the bright and dark, and you'll see here's the options we have for motion, timer, flash, ratio, full image, or 16:9 here. You can use either or, and then we have even more settings here. So this is one of my favorite cameras. In fact, when I'm taking all of my videos, when I make a photo outside or something like that, I usually use a Pixel phone because I can frame it and the photo comes out exactly how I expect it to. I have a hard time with the iPhone with that. Maybe with the new camera I won't, but so far I have with this. We also have an improved night sight mode, so I'll test all of this out for the full review, but this should be pretty interesting. Now that Soli radar should help with unlocking, so if I put the phone down, I approach, it should start to unlock as soon as I pick it up and go right to the home screen. It's incredibly fast. It's definitely the fastest face unlock I've seen, and supposedly it's secure, and they'll probably improve it, but if you have your eyes closed, it still works, it seems. Let's try it. And it unlocked, and I know you couldn't see me there, but I did have my eyes closed. So I took a selfie as well, a portrait mode selfie, and it did a nice job around the hair. It did have a little bit of weird blurring going on there, but overall it's actually pretty good so far. I'll be testing it over the next week or so and then get back as far as how it is. Now the overall feel in the hand is quite good. I do like this matte finish on the back, and it just feels pretty good. I like the dimensions of it. It feels very secure. It doesn't feel slippery or anything like that. These sides are coated, even though they're aluminum, they're coated, and it just feels pretty good overall. Now there was supposed to be a little Pokemon app that was installed where you could use the Soli radar to kind of contact it or talk to it or or wave at it or whatever. I actually haven't seen that on here. I've only seen it on the demos. So I've been looking for it. I'm not really seeing it on here. I'll see if I can find it. No, I wasn't able to find the Pikachu demo that's actually in the stores, but it can be set as a wallpaper. So if I go to Styles and Wallpapers, we go to Come Alive here, scroll down, we have a Pokemon Sidekick. So if we hit download, it does warn you that it increases battery usage, but let's try it out and see what we have. So it says wave to say hello, wave in any direction above. You can wave. We'll set it as a wallpaper just to take a look. So we can wave and it responds. Let's see on the lock screen. It probably is just going to unlock. There we go. We can wave and Pokemon is playful and whatever. So it's in the background. If you want a Pokemon Sidekick, you can have it on your home screen and it's just there. Let me change it to what I'll use normally. Now, I do like some of these. This says compass, so you can set it as a compass, and it moves with your device depending where you're going. So I'm not sure exactly. It looks like it works kind of slowly, but you get the idea. So it's pretty interesting. I like all of these new wallpapers, and I'll link most of them in the description below so you can get your hands on them, any that I've actually found on other websites that have already uploaded them. That's it for the Pixel 4 XL. Let me know which color is your favorite in the comments below. Do you think it's a reasonable price compared to other flagships, or what were you expecting from the Pixel event? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of these videos as soon as they're released. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.